Anyways, hey, what's going on, everyone? It's me, Mr. Mario. This is my dog Lily right here, which is the first time she's been in one of these Black Friday videos, so I know it's coming out a little bit late, it's coming out in December, but I wanted to do this because the past couple years I've done these kind of Black Friday haul videos, and I thought I would share this with you. These videos are pretty casual, they're kind of like this, where there's not, you know, a whole bunch of polish to them, and also we're going to have a dog this time in this video, so it'll be great. If you like these type of pickup videos, because I don't really do them all too often, but if you look down below in the description, I actually have a second channel where I have a series called Thrifty Gaming Pickups, where I do that a lot more often, where I show, you know, games that I pick up for cheap at either game stores or garage sales or thrift shops, wherever it might be. So if this is kind of your forte or you like stuff like this, I'd recommend checking that series out. I'll link everything down below. But anyways, let's get this kind of organized a little bit and cleaned up. And by the way, I did not get that Sonic the Hedgehog on Black Friday. That's just, I got that in, I think, a old 1-Up box, and that's hers. So it got used for something. So while Lily just sits there and destroys Sonic, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over these store by store, you know, what I picked up. And by the way, this is not just on Black Friday. When it came to Black Friday, I went to one store for sales. Like, I physically went to one store. And technically that was like, you know, Thursday evening. So on Friday, I really didn't do anything. But what happened is Black Friday, in case you all don't know, which would kind of be hard to believe because it's now a worldwide thing. I know, kind of crazy, but it's worldwide all over the place. It's always the day after Thanksgiving in the US where retailers have a bunch of sales, but it used to be a one-day thing, and then started bleeding into Thursday, so it was a two-day thing, and then Cyber Monday came around, so you'd get deals like Thursday, Friday, and Monday, and now you get, like, at minimum 2 weeks of sales, because you get Black Friday week, and then you get Cyber Monday week, so all that stuff happened. So this was not, like, very little of this was actually obtained on Friday, if any at all. I'm just classifying everything I got during Black Friday week and Cyber Monday week as, you know, deals that I picked up here. But anyways, first thing I ended up getting was Batman, the Telltale series. This is Season 1 from what I see. I think there's only one season out right now. And I've been wanting to pick up a few of these games on the Switch, so if it's no secret, the Switch is kind of my preferred platform. It's been like that recently. So there's been several games that I've been holding off on getting because I was waiting for them to come to Switch or go on sale on the Switch, whatever it might be. Oh, she's eating Sonic. Hey, you know what? You're done with... No, I'm not playing. I'm not playing, Lily. You know what? Here, just take the bone, all right? Just take the bone. Take the bone. She doesn't even like this thing. She doesn't have a history of, like, chewing any of my stuff, which is great, but I get her a toy and it'll eventually get destroyed, if not within the first 2 minutes. So what I did was I wanted to pick this up. Now, I was going to pick it up from GameStop because they had it the cheapest at $20 and everyone else was having it for $25. But what ended up happening was I decided to look on Amazon because I said, you know what? GameStop probably won't have that many copies there or anything. We'll see what's up. They probably won't stock very well. I hate ordering on GameStop's website, so if I do buy some from there, which I don't like all too much, I try and go to the actual store. Amazon price matched this a few days in advance, so it was $20 from Amazon, 2-day shipping. Really can't complain about that. Amazon's one of my favorite things. Although, interestingly enough, this was the only game that I ended up picking up from there. I'll even kind of tell a story about that as well, too, when we get to the GameStop things. So, next up, this was a deal that a bunch of people who were wanting on the Switch couldn't get, and they were kind of heated about it. This was Disgaea 5 Complete. Now, for anybody who's thinking, oh, you were able to get in the Best Buy deal, no, I wasn't, actually. This is the only thing I felt like I overpaid for a little bit. Now, of course, it's normally like a $50 game or so. I've really been considering picking this up. Now, Best Buy had the best deal on this at $20. I was not able to get that. I was busy or I was asleep when it went up. And it kept going up and down, and even my local store, my local Best Buy, they didn't have any in stock. So I was really wary on this one. And unfortunately, you know, my worry kind of came true there. A few times it came back in stock, but as I said, you know, for the most part, it was pretty hard to get for that price. So I ended up ordering it from Target. Target had it, you know, free shipping. Target's side is okay. I've done some things through there before, but they had it for $35. So I paid $15 over what I wanted to, but I said, you know what? screw it. I still kind of want the game anyways. I'll get it on sale. Although, interestingly enough, another site had it for $20. Nebraska Furniture Mart, of all places. I don't get it. Now, if I wanted to go to the actual shop, I couldn't have done it because they didn't have a pick up at store option. So you had to get it shipped and pay tax on it, and shipping alone was like $10, plus their website didn't work for me, so I actually tried to pick it up on there so, you know, I could get it for a few dollars cheaper and then return the other copy to Target. But when I was trying to and the website wasn't working, I said, you know what, it's not even worth it to save like $3 or $4 in the end, so $35 for Disgaea 5, I mean, I'm sure it's a great game, but could have gotten it cheaper, but oh well, you know, $35, not gonna complain. So next up was GameFly, and look, we have something that isn't just Switch things in here. So yes, I ended up picking up a few games on PS4 from GameFly. Now, I love GameFly. The reason why I love GameFly is because, check this out. If you don't know, GameFly is a service where you sign up per month and you pay a certain amount of money to rent 1 game or 2 games or 3 games at a time, and it's all through the mail. So you put games in your queue, and they pick whatever's available, they send it to you, you send it back whenever, they'll send you another game. And it's a nice enough service. I don't use it anymore because I just wasn't finishing up the games as fast as I would have liked to, and anything I really wanted, I decided to purchase. But the reason why I love GameFly, even not as a subscriber now, is because when they have their sales are awesome, and you get stuff that is in almost new condition. Now, what happens whenever they get their games, they order them, they immediately slice them open, take the physical game out, and they use that. And then when you end up buying the game, they take it, the case and everything, and the manual and all that other fun stuff, and they match it. So that way, you get a pretty much new game at a really great used price, which is awesome. So if you guys are ever worried about that, you are going to get a case, you are going to get the artwork, you will get any included manuals, and even DLC. The DLC is not used on the games either, because again, they only send out the discs and the cartridges, so they don't need the rest of the stuff. And then they'll sell this all to you unused, which is great. So that's why you get stuff that is in really solid condition from them. And if you ever have any issues, if your game's not working, if it's too scratched, if it's messed up, if the case is ruined, you can contact them, they'll get you sorted. I actually had that, I think, in 2015 when I got some things through Black Friday from them. A few of my things got lost in the mail, and when they came, the cases were completely destroyed. I contacted them, no questions asked. They sent out 2 replacement cases to me, so it was great. But here, I decided to pick up Cave Story Plus, which this thing is awesome, okay? Just the reason being of, I took the cartridge out, but just check this out. Of course, it's an American game, but they have a complete, you know, Japanese version here if you want to use it. I'm pretty sure that's Japanese. Let's go ahead and just say that. But you can use this version right here, so it has like this hidden cover. On top of that, it also has one of these cute little manuals, these instruction booklets, something that most, you know, $60 games don't have. And then on top of that, it also has a mini disc album right here, which I haven't seen a practical use for a mini disc like this in ages. Some people might not be as familiar with them unless, you know, it's outside of, well, I mean, if it's outside of the GameCube format. But yeah, no, these were used for some little promotional type things, including this, you know. You want to include in the soundtrack, you can't fit a full CD in there, so what do? You put it on one of these. I thought that was really cool. This was $20, by the way. Next up, I ended up getting a few other games. So I got Titanfall 2 on the PS4. Now, the reason why I got it on here is because I've been wanting to play this. I actually have a copy on PC, but I'll say this, even though I have a pretty solid PC, admittedly, it's not my platform for whatever reason, and that's a personal problem. If I have to play on, like, an actual console, because, you know, excluding the Switch here, if I have to play on, like, a permanent sitting console, something that's not permanent, something that is not portable at all, I normally choose to play on the PS4 now. So I've been wanting to play this for a hot minute, and this is only $10. I said, you know what, screw it, I'll go ahead and pick it up. I've heard awesome things about the single player, and the single player is great, but I've only made part of my way through it. Plus, if I do want to play online, I'd probably play online on the PS4 as opposed to on Xbox One. I have a few friends that have it on PC, but we haven't played it at all since the game is launched, so there's been that. This is $10, as I said, and then right here, the Outlast Trinity. So this was $15, and I thought this is pretty solid because I love the first Outlast. I did not finish it, but I love the first one. It comes with the Whistleblower DLC that I did not touch, and it has Outlast 2, a game that I did not pick up. So this is also, interestingly enough, 2 discs. So again, it has everything, it's complete. And I thought everything would just be on 1 disc, but no, it's 2 separate discs. So if you're wanting to get into the Outlast series, this is definitely a good collection to pick up. I'd highly recommend it. And I think even retail, it's like $30, so still at $10 a game. I'm including Whistleblower in there, but at $10 a game, it's pretty solid. So next up, I end up going to GameStop now. I went there at like 5 or 5:30 p.m., something like that, on Thanksgiving. I know I'm one of those people that I went out there on Thanksgiving. That was because, you know, we were literally doing nothing at that point. You know, I had my girlfriend with me, I had my family with me, and we weren't doing anything, so my girlfriend and I decided to go there. She was awesome for putting up with it, but we went in there. It was really tame. It's just you had to wait there for about an hour or so, but let me bring over what I got. So I ended up picking this game up right here, and this actually surprised me. This is Has Been Heroes on the Switch, and it was $10. It's normally a $20 game, and it's sold exclusively new through GameStop, and the reason being is this company right here, Game Trust, that is actually a publishing house that GameStop's company owns. And what they do is they've been taking some cheaper indie titles and making physical copies of them and selling them exclusively at GameStop. So I've seen this quite a bit, and I said, you know what, for $10, screw it, I'll go ahead and pick it up. The interesting thing, though, here is that this seems to be a different variant. It had a completely different cover, and also check this out. The insides of the cover were also just white. Like, a friend of mine has this game, and it was different. It was just a white inside right here, white inlay. But they went all out and they changed this out for the new revision of it, is what it looks like. So, haven't tried it out yet, but I look forward to giving it a shot. You know, for $10, can't really complain too much there. Now, this is one of the side stories I wanted to get into. Now, right here, of course, you know, I have Batman on Switch, and hey, Lily, how's it going? You like, thank you for just getting in the way there. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Hey, you need to get back. Get back a little bit, please. Thank you. Alright, she's just stepping on everything. This is not just a dog. This is an HD dog. So, trying to get into this here, the reason why I bring up Batman again is because, yes, I paid $20 for this on Amazon, but I was waiting on shipping, so my idea was I was going to just pick it up at GameStop so I could play it that night if I wanted to, but I saw it there. They had it for $20. And they only had 1 copy is what it looked like, because what happened was they had one on the shelf. I decided to grab it and wait in line, and what they do is, let's say there's only 1 copy of a game on the shelf. What GameStop does is when they get in a whole slew of copies of games, if they put 1 on the shelf, they open up 1 brand new game, and then all they do is they just take out the cartridge and they put it in the back, or they take out the disc. So that means, like, if there's only 1 copy left in the store and it's brand new, what they do is they take that case that has been out, that everybody's been touching, and then they put it back in there, like they put the game or the disc back in there, whatever it might be, cartridge is what I meant, and then they end up sealing it themselves, and it's not very good, but point is, on there, that's what they do. Kind of annoys me a tiny bit, but what ended up happening was I had it, I was holding on to it, and there was a guy who was waiting. He was at the register, and they kept talking about Batman on Switch. So what happened was, I got out of line, I had my girlfriend hold my place, and I just asked the guy, like, hey, are you trying to get Batman for the Switch? He said yes. And I said, well, I have the case right here. I think they're looking for it. If you want to, you could just have it. And he was asking, like, wait, are you sure? Are you sure about that? I don't want to take it from you. It's like, dude, it's fine. And I told him, like, listen, I ordered it for the same price on Amazon. I wanted to get it now just so I wouldn't have to wait as much, but I'm not worried about it. If they have 1 copy left and you're already in line ahead of me, just go ahead, take this. I'm just going to get the game in a couple of days. So he took the case, said thank you. I said you're welcome, wished him a happy Thanksgiving, and we were on with that. So I guess slight good deed there. But I was able to get Batman into someone else's hands. I was able to assist with that. Now the other thing I ended up getting, so I only got 2 things. Maybe 3, technically. I only got 2 things from GameStop, and the other thing was right here. Let me just remove this. Ended up grabbing a Xbox 360. Now, some people might be asking, why do you get another 360? You don't need another one. You're right, I didn't need another one, but here's the thing. GameStop had a deal where they were literally giving out Xbox 360s. It was these old fat models. They did not have hard drives attached to them. So you would get the base 360 itself with the cables and a controller. and you had to pay $60 for it. So people might be thinking that's not a crazy deal. Well, here's the thing. You pay $60 for it, but you put in a rebate online, and you get a $60 Visa gift card. So even if they don't pay you back with tax, you're still paying, in this case, I would have paid less than $6 for a complete Xbox 360, which is great. On top of that as well, too, when I got the system, I turned it on, heard something in the DVD drive, and free copy of Call of Duty Black Ops that they left in there, which kind of goes on a bit of a good streak for picking up systems with games at GameStop. This time, you know, I got Black Ops in the 360. The last time I picked up a used system from GameStop, it was a PS4 Pro, and it had Black Ops 3 in the drive. And the time before that, I got a used Wii from there, and it had Wii Sports in the drive. Almost every time I pick up a used system from GameStop, like the past 3 times it's been solid, it has a disc in the drive, so I end up, you know, adding another game to the collection, which is great. I already had this, but still, you know what, disc only for free. Not gonna complain about it. Also, Black Ops is like the last Call of Duty I really, really, truly enjoyed, so that's a nice addition to have. Now this I'm not going to put on camera. This is technically not my own pickup, but I'll try and find a picture and put it up online. The other thing as well too, last thing with GameStop was now they're turning their GameStops into, I don't know, like merchandise stores. I think it's because GameStop Corporation, they end up purchasing ThinkGeek, so now like literally half the store is video games. Not even half, like 40% of the store is video games, and the other 60 is just random merchandise and pop figures and t-shirts and all that. Which my girlfriend was able to look at while we were waiting, which was nice. So she actually ended up picking up a Bob's Burgers t-shirt because we both really liked that show. It was a high quality t-shirt and $10 as well. The interesting thing is though, I don't know what was going on. There was some crazy miscommunication. I'm not sure. But they had a deal where like the first certain amount of people in the store, if you end up buying this GameStop tote bag for $2, you could fill it up with stuff and everything that was in the bag would be 25% off. So the guy even gave it to us. He's like, look, you know what, if you buy the bag, you're technically going to get a free bag because, you know, that shirt's $10. You're going to get 25% off it if you buy this $2 bag. So I kind of looked at it, I said, okay, sweet, you know what, we'll get a bag and we'll save 50 cents, no big deal. We get up to the line and we decide to not get the bag because whatever reason, like for whatever reason, the chick ended up scanning both of them and it came out to, you know, $12 plus tax. And I asked about that and she said, oh, no, the shirt's already discounted to $10, so you don't get 25% off it. And I kind of said, well, wait, that's what the guy who gave us this bag told us. And she said, no, that's not how the sale works. I said, well, if that's not how the sale works, let's just not get the bag. So still $10 for it, but I don't know. It's a miscommunication, man. I don't get it. Anyways, that's all the stuff we got for GameStop right there. So I'll move that over to the side. And the last store I ended up going to was Best Buy, where I got a few things here. I guess I'll kind of go big to small. First off, 22-inch Insignia 1080p TV. I don't think it's anything too crazy, but this is a present for someone who it's going to go in their bedroom. It should be fine. It's more than enough. And also just, you know, get them up to 2017, 2018. Okay, it's 22-inch TV, so maybe get them up to like 2013 standard. I don't know. And this Blu-ray player is going to be paired with it as well, too. It has internet capabilities and all that, and some people might be saying, well, why don't you get a PS3 or whatever? The person I'm getting these for, not very technically apt. So I can get this all set up and everything, show them how to use it, and it'll be easy enough. So we should be good on all that stuff. And also, this has Wi-Fi on it, of course, so that should work out. But that was $50, which was, you know, okay for a Sony Blu-ray player. I thought it was a good price, so decided to get that. I think this I saved about like $40 on. And for this, I don't remember the price it was retailing at before. But I looked at it, I said, you know what, Sony Blu-ray player seems fine. $50, that's what I'm okay paying for. That should be an okay pair. So, nothing super crazy. This is technically the last thing I end up picking up. It was of course, 2 terabyte external USB 3.0 hard drive. I actually picked this up, and I was looking for one because of the recent PlayStation 3 jailbreak. I was wanting to get a good external drive that I can, you know, fill up with my games and all the other fun stuff so I could play them on the PS3. And what ended up happening was, it was weird. Like, for whatever reason, I was looking at 2 terabyte drives, and I was not impressed with any of the prices. So I actually picked this up on Cyber Monday because it was $60, which this was like the lowest I'd seen a external 2 terabyte drive. I don't get it. Like everywhere else, people were selling them for $65, $70, $75 on sale. But $60 I was okay paying for, so we got that, which is good. and all this stuff right here. This is the last of my things, at least, but I decided to get a few Switch games and some PS4 games, so I ended up getting this right here, which is the Lego Ninjago movie video game. Don't know anything about Lego Ninjago, I'll be honest, but I do like the Lego games. I actually played Lego City Undercover on Switch. Not the best port, but it was fun. I was playing it on Switch, and I looked at this and I said, you know what? I'll go ahead and pick this up. I also thought of picking up Lego Worlds, but I looked at it, and I'm just like, I'm not crazy about those like Minecraft-type games. The games where you have no objective at all. I like having an objective in video games. I looked at some footage of that several times, and I'm like, that's not for me. So $20 for this, you know, I think that's okay for it. I'll probably have some fun with it, so we'll see. This thing, Minecraft Story Mode. Now, again, another Telltale game that I want to pick up. Been wanting to pick it up, but I decided to hold off because I wanted to play it on the go, but I thought that it was probably going to go on sale, and it did. $15 for, let's see, The Complete Adventure. I was trying to figure out if it was just Season 1 or not, but no, this was the complete thing. $15, I can't complain about that. That's actually just, like, right up my budget for being comfortable with it. But also, I ended up picking up, I think, the first season on Xbox One. I picked it up because I was playing it, and also my brothers really wanted to play it, and we game share, so I decided to pick it up. I don't know if they finished it or not, but point is now I can play it on the go, which will be great for traveling and all that other fun stuff. So $15 for that, pretty happy with that deal. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. I have played this a few times, never finished it, but I've played it on different platforms. This is $20. It has everything with it. It's a Rayman game. This has been ported to every single console under the sun at this point now. I think it's on, like, I think the only system I could think of that it wasn't put on was the Wii? I think so, but I'm pretty sure it was on PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PC, Wii U, Switch, and I don't know if it was on portable consoles, but on, you know, regular consoles it was there, so can't complain about this. $20, I figured that'd be, you know, solid to have on the go, have portable. So this right here, Hidden Agenda, this game I didn't know that much about. I found it to be interesting. I actually saw it in Target, and I said, you know what, I'm going to hold off on buying it because it'll probably go on sale, but it was already a cheap game. It's a $20 game, and it has this thing right here, which I'll show you. It is PlayLink for PS4. Now, apparently, first off, it's by Supermassive Games, which I played Until Dawn, played the hell out of it. I got the Platinum on there, the first Platinum I've gotten on PlayStation Network. Amazing game, absolutely loved it. It's one of those, you know, like movie games that you can control, which is what I like. So, apparently, from what I'm seeing here, it's a type of, I don't know if it's a mystery game or what, but it's that type of similar game, except you can play it with up to like 6 or 8 different people, and you can all use your phones. So it's great because, you know, it's not like, for example, with Until Dawn, I played that in a group, which was really fun, but one person would hold the controller and the other people would be watching, or they would tell, you know, that person what to do. This one, everyone can play through it as long as you have the app available. So my girlfriend likes watching video games. She doesn't really play them. Occasionally she might play some with me, but I asked if she'd like to try this out with me, and she said sure. So I waited to see if it was on sale. It did go on sale. This is a $20 game. It was on sale for $15. Gamers Club Unlocked brought it down. This is the only thing I paid for that like Gamers Club Unlocked worked on. But Gamers Club Unlocked brought it down to, I think, $12? Yeah, that's about right. So it brought it down to $12. And then for whatever reason, I don't know why, I've never seen this promotion on anywhere else at Best Buy. But it was, if you ship it, it was going to be $12 plus tax. But if you pick it up in store, you save $1. I said, well, why the hell not? I need an excuse to go out anyways today, so I paid $11 for this, which was pretty solid. This right here, the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Been wanting to pick this up since I saw it, but was waiting until I either felt like playing it or I would see a good deal on it. This is $25. And Knack 2. The first one was okay. It was something to play. The second one, I wanted to give it a shot. This was $20. I said, you know what? Sure, let me try it out. Now, I did have a few other items as well, too. Or just, you know, some anecdotal stories I'll tell you all. So, I also ended up getting, what was it? Yooka-Laylee. I got Yooka-Laylee on PS4. And what ended up happening with that was I took it back because I found out that the Switch version is coming out in December. Some people might be saying, really, you want to pick up ukulele? Yeah, I'd like to try it at one point, admittedly. But as I said earlier in the video, the Switch has become my preferred platform right now. So I had it brand new, sealed on PS4. I paid $15 for it, which I thought was a good deal. But then I kind of looked at it and I said, well, the Switch version I'm probably going to have to pay a bit more for because I'll probably wait on a sale for that as well too. But when it comes down to it, if I have the PS4 version sitting here, I'm going to want to play it on the Switch, and I'll probably pick up the Switch version. So that's when I took it. I went to Best Buy. I returned that. End up picking this up. As I said, that was $60. So I did have ukulele, but I did return it. And then for the last thing we ended up picking up, I say we because this was my girlfriend's pickup, not mine. And this was a really solid deal. It wasn't just Best Buy, but it was Amazon. But I'll kind of tell you all the story that surrounded all this. So she has a tablet that she very much enjoys using. The charging port on it has busted before. And what ended up happening was she got it fixed, but then it ended up breaking again. And it was going to be a good amount of money here to get it fixed up. I decided to not take a gander at it because I don't really mess with mobile stuff, but also just the fact of, figuring out how to open it up, getting everything desoldered properly, probably having to use a rework station, replacing the part, hoping that it works, all that fun stuff. I said, you know what, if it's a one-time thing, probably better to take it to a professional, but let's get a diagnosis. So we took it into somewhere. They decided to check it out. They were very knowledgeable guys. I did trust them, but it was going to be $90 for parts and labor. Made sense, but, $90, you can just get yourself, you might as well put that into a new tablet. Either get yourself a cheap tablet or get yourself something nice. The point is that is $90 that you could put into another tablet if you want to pick one up. So at that point, it was actually really convenient because that was on a Sunday. And we had decided, if it was going to be over a certain amount of money, we were not going to get it fixed up. And I said, you know what? This is a good opportunity. Black Friday is over. Cyber Monday's tomorrow. There's deals going on everywhere right here. How about we look into a few places? So she'd actually looked at a Samsung tablet, like one of those Samsung Tab models, and it was going to be like $65 or so. But we ended up going to Best Buy, which is why I'm telling this story with all the other Best Buy things. We went there, and they had in bins a ton of Amazon Fire tablets. And they had the 7-inch one, the 8-inch, and the 10-inch models, and also the 8-inch one for kids. The 7-inch model was $30, which I was this close to picking one up. But I said, no, I already have a tablet. I barely use it. If I get this one, I'm confident what I'm going to do is turn it on, hack it up, put a custom ROM on there, play with it for like 20 minutes, and then never touch it again. So I said, no, I'm going to hold off on it. I don't need it just because it's cheap. The 8-inch one, though, she decided to grab for $50, and that was a really solid deal. Her only complaint on it was really there was no Google Play Store, but we did a quick Google search. After about 5 minutes, you can, allow installs from unknown sources, install like 4 APKs, and then you have the Google Play Store on your tablet. It works out pretty well. And then the 10-inch one was $80, but, she decided to get the 8-inch version, the HD8. So that was a really solid deal. I was very impressed with that, and honestly, for a $50 tablet, you can't really go wrong. Plus, it wasn't one of those, like, random Chinese tablets that was manufactured in some possibly shady place and has a ROM that you can't really trust. Just that's actually one piece of advice I can give you all if you're looking for a tablet or even an Android phone. Just don't get a really shady, cheap device. The reason why I say that, it's not really for safety, like physical safety. I mean, yeah, they might not be built as well, but more for virtual safety as well, too. A lot of them might have bloatware, of course, but even adware and malware built into the ROMs, which can actually take your personal data, so it's not really uncommon for many people to buy really cheap Chinese tablets on Black Friday, and like 4 months later, they start complaining that they've had random pings to their Google account trying to sign in from somewhere in China. But if you are going to get one of those, I would recommend looking to some development for it. Sign in with a burner account, wipe the device, unlock the bootloader, and flash custom ROM. That would be a bit better. That's what I can recommend to you all. So, yeah, anyways, these were my pickups for Black Friday here. Hopefully you all enjoyed this not very professional video, but you know what? This is how we do it. I like it. I feel like I had a lot more restraint this year as well, too, because there was a lot of stuff I saw. I was like, that's a really good deal that I'm not going to use. Like, if I buy this thing, I will not use it. I will not play it, so I'm not going to buy it. And we got Wolf over there. She's gone. My God. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you all for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, a like would very much be appreciated. If you absolutely hated it, you're going to make that dog just really, really upset.